Jarrell Miller, the big baby, as we already know, has been busted for a second time for performance-enhancing drugs. He got caught for something that apparently enhances endurance, comprised of many letters and numbers. I'm not sure which one it exactly is. Feel free to pop what that is in the comment section below. But the main point here, the main takeaway for me, is a lot of people are saying, oh, he's gone now. He has left boxing. Disgraced. I would say, do not be so stupid. Jarrell Miller got caught just about a year ago against his fight that should have happened against Anthony Joshua before Andy Ruiz stepped in and wrecked the party. He got caught for 3 PEDs, including HGH. And the sentence he is given for such an absolute... What's the word? Just a middle finger up at the rules. He has a year out, that's it. He gets done for roids again. For one at least. And people think he's gone. No way. The fact he was even allowed a second chance in just a year for busting for 3, to me, says that boxing, or the people at least, who decide what fights get made, who comes back, that side of boxing has pretty much no ethics. It has no ethical code. All they're bothered about is who and what can be monetized. And the sad irony is that Jarrell Miller, who was scheduled to fight Anthony Joshua before Andy Ruiz, had he had to drop out of that fight because of an injury, he could have easily just slipped away. But because he got busted for performance-enhancing drugs, that's made him infamous. And it's sad again, but it just makes you more known. And then you get the neutrals if he comes back going, well, I wonder how he does without the gear. It just gives you that little bit of, oh yeah, it gives you a reference point. You go, oh yeah, that guy, I remember him now, because he engaged that negative emotion of, oh, he's a bad guy. Now you want to see where he goes. You can make more money out of him. And other little, perhaps lower down promotional organizations will know this and will be on him. He's still only 31. And apart really from the top 2, AJ and Fury, the heavyweight division isn't really that hot. So do not be surprised if you see Jarrell Miller coming back anytime soon. Again, 3 PEDs. And then it's like, come back a year later. Come on, mate. Let's see how you do. Gets busted for another one. It's not the end. There's no ethics at play here. There's no fair play. He will be back. Probably at some point. He's not going to be working the door, like Errol Spence said. Things are just too corrupt to allow that. And it really reminds me of that Oscar Wilde quote, I believe, where he said something to the effect of, the only worse thing than being talked about is not being talked about. Well, that pretty much just sums up Jarrell Miller's career. He is talked about because he did the dirty. That means we don't forget about him, and that means you can monetize it. I just don't believe, I mean, I could say for sports in general when it comes to performance-enhancing drugs, but I mean, that's just another conversation. But do not be surprised if you see this man come back at all. He is still relatively young. He can still do something. And in this day and age where you can kind of just show up on the internet and you can start crying, you can go, oh man, I'm sorry. People are very fickle. They can watch stuff like that and go, oh man, he didn't mean that. You know, he's an alright guy, or he's got a daughter or a kid, or I don't know, you know, stuff like that. You get sucked into the whole family man thing, and you go, yeah, maybe he does deserve another chance. Boom, he's in again. It's that simple. So yeah, despite what everyone's saying, Jarrell Miller, oh man, he is gone now, busted a second time. No. We live in a fickle era, and this is boxing. This isn't a parade of the virtuous, and look how good I am. This has always been a pretty crooked business. Do not be surprised if you see Big Baby Miller back within a year.